I thought I'd take a moment to talk about some of my favorite movies as I just released a short film, which you should probably watch. It's the last video on the channel. Um, my taste in movies will definitely have a pattern to it. Also, this is in no particular order, and there will be some honorable mentions at the end. First is May. This is probably my favorite movie of all time if I'd have to pick. It came out in 2002. Um, Insanely good piece of horror. I don't know. It's not really the most it's very much just like a normal indie movie. I would say the first like 2/3 of it, but then it turns into this weird like slasher like gross thing at the end, and it's both parts are just done really well. It's not scary, honestly. It's disturbing at parts, probably for some people. I wasn't scared though. I was just so interested and intrigued, and it's so well written. Then there's Maniac, just another movie that I really, really, really like. That one's 1981. I don't remember though. And just a masterpiece. Just one of the best slashers I've ever seen. Next, I have Tokyo Gore Police. This movie is hilarious. It's over the top and it's ridiculous, but there's also like something about it does just is just very intriguing, and that's the only way I can describe it. Next, I have Texas Chainsaw Massacre because it's a classic. It like obviously started the whole slasher thing. Obviously, I'm talking about the original. I haven't seen the remake. It manages to be really messed up and have a cool atmosphere without showing any gore, which usually I won't be into, but it's just an incredible movie. Next, I have The Machine Girl, not to be confused with, the band Machine Girl, who is one of my favorite groups. I'm wearing their shirt right now. But the movie, I just watched it last night for the first time, actually. Made by the same people who made Tokyo Gore Police. Very similar in a lot of ways. Just really solid. Something about their movies I just love. And then I have The Thing, which is yet another classic. Just a good piece of horror. I don't really need to talk about The Thing that much. Next, I have three kids' movies that I really, really like: the Lego Movie, Rango, and Megamind. You don't need to talk about these. They're all just good movies. They're well written. Weirdly, the Lego Movie is also weirdly political, which I think is funny. They're all funny, though. Just kids' movies. Then I have some honorable mentions. First one being Rabid. If you haven't seen this, it's a very fun, weird piece of old horror. It's just a shitty B movie, but I recommend it. It's pretty fun. Tusk is pretty similar, which is the second honorable mention I have. Good film, very goofy. I my face was frozen and very confused for like an hour after I watched it. Then I have Cannibal Holocaust, which would be a masterpiece, but like some points feel really exploitative or exploitative or whatever. So like I decided to not put it in the main list. Then I have Blood Feast, which is hilariously bad, but also really fun. Came out in '63 too, so that's pretty ahead of its time. Then I have Pieces, similar to the last one, just a shitty old movie. This one's more of a slasher, of course. That one's decent, but it's just not very well written, which is why I didn't make the main list. And Saw. Everyone knows Saw, obviously. Um, it's not on my main list because most of it kind of sucked. There were some really cool ideas, though, so I thought I'd mention it. Could have been an amazing movie, but it was kind of terrible. Hate to admit it. And that's all that I have to talk about. I was just listing those very fast. I don't know if any of this was coherent. Bye.